Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. I do have a head cold right now and have a pretty bad sore throat, but I still wanted to get a video out there for you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 best survivor perks in Dead by Daylight. Some of these are a little subjective, but some of them are obviously objective, but the placements are in my opinion. Obviously, we're going to have different opinions because we all have different playstyles and we all have different experiences, so please do not get angry in the comments. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below, and also come join my Discord server. The link is in the description. All right, coming into the 10th place spot, we have Spine Chill. Spine Chill is one of the perks that's non-character specific, so you can unlock it whenever you want on any character, and it's honestly just good for so many different things. When the killer is looking at you, the perk lights up and you get a 6% speed boost to all action speeds, like repairing or healing or whatever. This perk alone is really good for information, to know if there's like a stealth killer coming to your gen or if a ghost face is stalking you or something. And then the 6% bonus can also be paired with the perk called Resilience, which adds a 9% bonus when you're injured. So when you're in chase and injured, you have a 15% vault speed build. It's amazing, and that's one of the best perk combos in this game. Next up on the list, we have Soul Guard. I absolutely love this perk. It basically lets you take an extra hit when you get picked up off of the ground, and you can also pick yourself up from the ground if you're cursed with a hex. So this can make for some really fun plays if you're playing with teammates. If you're solo queue, it probably wouldn't be amazing, but if you're playing with teammates, this is a godsend. If the killer is slugging, it's a very easy anti-slugging perk and can allow you to do some crazy things. For example, if you pair For the People and Soul Guard, when you pick someone up off the ground, you can instantly pick them up, and then the killer will freak out and hit them, and then you both get away. I think that might be the strongest perk combo in this game. Next up on the list, we have Prove Thyself. I used to actually underrate this perk a lot, but it is so good. The fact that you can speed up gen speeds just in general in this game is absolutely incredible. Basically what it does is adds 15% more repair speed for each generator that's on the gen. So if you have 2 people, then you have an additional 15%. If you have 3 people, you have an additional 30%. This is incredible. Just the fact that you can make gen speeds go faster than they already are is absolutely amazing. Technically, if you have more than one person on the gen without Prove Thyself, it's less efficient than if you're all spread out on different gens, hence why the bar goes red. If I remember correctly, I believe it goes down 15% action speed with 2 people on it. So instead of being 200% speed, it's 185% speed, and then Prove Thyself completely makes up for that. Next up on the list, we have Decisive Strike. This perk has been nerfed to the ground, but it's still really good. I personally despise the nerf, and I think it was fine the way it is, and that's coming from a killer main. The reason I didn't mind it as killer is because if you got hit with it, it was your own fault. I think the 60 seconds was a bit much, and I think they could have done a much better rework, like have it be 30 seconds, but then have it last forever if you're being chased, because then that would really make it an anti-tunnel perk instead of just what it is now, where if you literally breathe, the perk deactivates. Next up on the list, we have Adrenaline. I'm not gonna lie, this perk sounds horrible on paper. If you haven't played this game for that long, you may be thinking to yourself, why is this perk even good at all? You literally just get 1 health state and it's at the end of the game. But oh my god, this perk is amazing. It comes in clutch way more often than you actually realize. Once you start playing with it, you'll see what I mean. For those of you who don't know what Adrenaline does, it basically gives you a free health state when that last gen is completed. So if you're injured, you go to full health, and if you're on the ground, you go to injured. And actually, if you're on the hook, when you're taken off the hook, you become full health. It also gives you a 5-second sprint burst, and this can be used for so many situations. It's unbelievable. It can be really easy to get out of basement. It can be really easy to get out of a chase. It can be really easy to get out of a slug. It's amazing. Speaking of slugs, the next perk on our list is Unbreakable. Unbreakable makes your recovery speed faster and lets you pick yourself up from the ground once per trial, and it is an absolute game changer. Slugging is one of those things that many killers can take advantage of because it's a really good tactic, and Unbreakable completely avoids that. This perk alone on one person can sometimes make the entire team escape when they were on the track to all dying. The only problem with this perk is sometimes you'll never be able to use it if the killer doesn't slug. Next up on the list is Borrowed Time. Borrowed Time was actually buffed recently, and now it activates no matter what. It's essentially a protection for the people who are unhooked, so if you unhook someone, they can take an extra hit. This is so unbelievably amazing and can get you out of so many situations. Especially paired with Dead Hard, you can Borrowed Time save someone and then Dead Hard, and it forces the killer to hit the Borrowed Time person, and then you both get out of there. It's also pretty much the only perk that prevents farming and camping from those really cringe killers. The third spot is going to Dead Hard. Dead Hard is an amazing exhaustion perk. Dead Hard activates when you're injured, and basically you're able to press a button and lunge forward and not take any damage no matter what. So if the killer's getting really close to you, you can Dead Hard and make them miss their attack, or ideally you can Dead Hard for distance and make a window or a pallet. Dead Hard can be used to avoid so many hits and extend chases by literal minutes. It's an absolute game changer. So I definitely recommend getting this one as it's pretty easy to use. However, sometimes it doesn't work depending on the latency of the killer. The second place spot, and I know a lot of people are going to be mad about this one, but it is going to Sprint Burst. I think that Sprint Burst is objectively better than Dead Hard by a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. However, to use Sprint Burst correctly, it takes so much brain power compared to Dead Hard that honestly, I would probably rather use Dead Hard. Sprint Burst has so many more situations where it's helpful, but you have to be able to manage your exhaustion well and not be walking around the entire map because that wastes a ton of time. For those of you new to the game, if you're using Sprint Burst, which is Meg's perk, please, 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 for the love of God, do not walk around the entire map. It actually helps the killer more if you're walking around the entire map rather than using your Sprint Burst to get from point A to point B faster. Of course, if you see a gen super close by, you can walk to it and then save your Sprint Burst for when the killer comes, but that is in a very specific situation. All right, before we move on to the first place spot, I wanted to give an honorable mention to Kindred. Kindred is another free perk that comes with every single character, and it is absolutely incredible. When you're on the hook, every other survivor can see each other's auras, and they can see the aura of the killer if they're within a certain distance from you. And on top of that, if anyone else is hooked, you can see the auras of everybody else to see if they're going to get saved or whatnot. This is the best solo queue perk in the entire game. It gives your teammates so much information that is extremely helpful. It prevents those situations where you have two survivors who go to get saved at the same time, which wastes a ton of time in the long run. On Survive with Friends, this perk is almost completely useless, but on solo queue, it is so good. However, sometimes your solo queue survivors will be so bad that even if you use Kindred, you will still die on hook, so just be warned of that. And last but not least, the best survivor perk in Dead by Daylight has got to go to Iron Will. Iron Will is one of those perks where you can't really tell that it's working in game, but it is so extremely helpful that you probably don't even realize unless you have a ton of experience on this game. It reduces all grunts of pain when you're injured, and injured sounds are so loud and one of the main resources that killers use to track you during chase. Many people will use like Urban Evasion and Iron Will to hide in a bush and stuff like that, which is, you know, if that's your playstyle, fine, that's whatever. But this perk really shines when you're in chase because you can do so many things that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. You can take different pathing in a jungle gym and hide behind walls and the killer won't know where you are. Or even if you're literally just on the other side of a wall, the killer won't know which direction you go. You can maybe even run for distance if you see the opportunity and the killer might think you're still at the same loop. Iron Will is amazing and I would probably run it on every single build except I don't have it on like literally anyone, which is super annoying. But if you get this perk, it's on Jake. Please use it because it is so good. Only use Iron Will 3 though. Iron Will 1 and 2 are terrible. Only use Iron Will 3. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, but don't click off just yet. If you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below. And of course, let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with my list. Please be respectful about it though, because it is super cringe if you're not. And also for an update, I will be out of town this Saturday to next Wednesday, so I will unfortunately miss my next 2 streams. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, so I will see you all in the next one. Peace.